Hey everybody, this is going to be a video on how to drain and fill the transmission on a 2002 to 2004 Camry. The car used in this video is a 2004 Camry. The same procedure applies to 2005 and 2006 Camrys as well. However, due to their 5-speed transmissions, they may require a little bit more fluid. This also goes for 2002 to 2004 V6 Camrys because they were equipped with the 5 speeds, I believe. The one in the video here is a 4-cylinder Camry. First thing to do is pull up your parking brake. Next, I like to use a cinder block or something to put behind the wheel to prevent the vehicle from rolling back just in case the parking brake fails. Now I'm just going to be jacking up the car on the left side until I'm able to slide in a jack stand. For those who are wondering, I'm just jacking it on the pinch points on the side of the car. Now I'm going to jack up the right side of the vehicle before I put the jack stand on that side. Let's open the hood. Here he lies. What I'm doing here is just removing the dipstick a little bit to let the air flow, so when we drain the transmission fluid later, it can drain faster. I'm just going to open it up a little bit to let the fluid come down faster. And our trigger is that guy right there. Please note that under your car, you're going to have the oil drain plug and the transmission fluid drain plug. The oil drain plug is going to be a standard 10mm bolt. The transmission plug will be a 10mm hex. That might be the easiest way not to confuse the two with each other. Drain bolt. Let me get you closer in. There you go. Okay, this bolt is nothing more but a standard 10mm hex bit. Looks like this. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and try to knock it loose from this angle. I just hit the reverse. Okay. Okay. That's broken loose. See it dripping already. Okay. And there it goes. Let that drip out. I'll be back. Okay, well that's draining a little more. You guys examine this. Right here, this is a little washer. Make sure you just wipe it off. It has a little magnet on it. Okay, and oh, that's draining a little more. Let me explain to you guys this. This is a crush washer right here. This guy right here. In a minute, when we get our fresh fluid, I'll show you that I'm going to change this crush washer as Toyota's recommendation to do during the service. Okay. I decided to keep this video running with the transmission fluid draining, just to give you an idea of how long it'll actually take to drain the fluid out. Okay, now that's gone to a little sebum slowdown. Width here is, get out of the bag. Alright, we had our drain bolt right here, and here's my new crush washer right here. So I'm just going to take the old one off. It's actually in really good shape, but I have the new one, might as well put it on. Alright, as such, and I'll wait for that to drain just a little more. Okay. And I think that's drained enough. You're gonna sit here all day if you let it do that, but it's on minimal at that point, so I'm gonna go ahead and just hand tighten this back on. Make sure we thread it right. And I do have the new crush bolt on it. Give that a good scrub. Okay, and take our ratchet. Okay, and snug is good here. No need to kill, that'll work. There's no need to kill the bolt. Alright, let's get you guys out of here. Okay, here's a little trick I'm going to show you of mine. Toyota actually calls for 3 quarts of a drain and fill, what this video is about. What I like to do is to confirm that's how much came out. So I'll take an old windshield washer fluid container. I just always mark dirty on it just so I know. And this is actually a gallon. And so I'm going to take all our old fluid and dump it in here just to see exactly how much came out, to put exactly how much that went in. So I'm going to slowly pour it in. And I can tell you this from now, that's definitely more than 3 quarts. So we're going to add 3 quarts in, and we're going to check how much fluid exactly came out of there. So let's go to the car. If you guys see here, I took the dipstick out and just set it over here. And I picked a funnel that's skinny enough to go into the transmission dipstick, which I showed you guys earlier. It fits there pretty good. And we're going to fill up 3 quarts and check the level. Before we start filling it, I want to stress to everybody how important it is to use genuine Toyota Type 4 automatic transmission fluid. What I mean is to use the Type 4 fluid for the cars or trucks that require the Type 4 fluid. I know Toyota has gone on to move something called Toyota WS, might stand for some synthetic fluid, but please just check your owner's manual to see exactly what kind of fluid it takes, or call your dealer and use that. That's all I'm trying to say there. Some people may disagree with me, but as far as experience goes, this makes your transmission shift better. Honda people that are watching, there's an Accord right there, where, for example, using anything other than the Honda automatic transmission fluid in that Honda Accord, it'll make that car act funky, just like using any fluid other than the Toyota fluid, and the Toyota will make that act funky as well. And you put anything other than that fluid, and let's just say it doesn't act like it should. But anyway, this stuff isn't too expensive. It was only like $6 a quart. So let's say if you buy 3 quarts, it's $18. And it's not too bad. I couldn't tell you how much the generic stuff is, but spend an extra little bit, because $2 extra is better than a $3,000 transmission bill. Those are my 3 cents. Here comes number 1. Slowly put it in. Good, no leaks from the funnel or anything. Just make sure it doesn't overfill the funnel. Okay, there's the first quart. And before I put the second one, I am going to check on the bottom of the transmission to see if anything leaked out. There's our drain bolt, and it looks to be good. Nothing's leaking. That's probably just stuff I didn't wipe out. We'll come back to that again. Here comes number 2. Okay. Number 2. And here's the 3rd. Let's get it open. Okay, let's check the level. One thing I forgot to videotape, and I do apologize for this, is when you are going to be checking the fluid, now is a perfect time to lower the car, because if you check your level while the car is up, you're going to get a false reading, considering when we jacked up the car, we didn't jack it at a level surface. So go ahead and lower the vehicle, and we'll check our fluid. Take this funnel out of the way. There's the dipstick hole. You guys can see that a little better, I hope. Alright. Put it in, wipe it off, put it back in, and let's read. This drawing's of the actual Toyota transmission dipstick. As you can see right now, the transmission's cold, so our level should be in the area where the transmission stick should read cool, and if you've been driving it, the transmission stick should read hot, which will help you guys understand what I'm trying to say for the rest of the video when we're measuring the transmission fluid. What I'm going to do is start it up. Okay. And I'm going to shift it just a few times. Make sure you keep your foot on the brake doing this. Okay. There we go. I'll turn it off. Okay. After we did that, here's our level. You guys definitely won't be able to see the writing on the dipstick as is, but this section right here is the cold, and that's the hot. And it's right about there. So we're gonna add about maybe a quarter of a quart in to a half a quart, and we'll do the same thing and see what happens. Okay, just gonna add about a quarter to half a quart. Let's see how much that was. More. A little more. And just a hair. That should do it. Let's do this one more time. Okay.
Okay, I re-jacked up the vehicle, everybody, to check for leaks, and we are good. Nothing is dripping. Okay, let's lower it and take it for a drive. Okay.
Sorry to cut this part of the video short, but I just cut it due to safety purposes. But all I did was take the car for a normal test drive, shifting through the gears, checking to see if there's any abnormal harsh shifting. Just, make sure you take it for the drive. If you experience any thunks or clunks or hard shifts, stop. Don't even take it, drive it back. Best thing I can tell you is tow it, or take some spare automatic transmission fluid with you and the tools you had to inspect what was wrong with the car. So like I said, keep your eye out, turn your radio off, go at least 50, 60 miles an hour, and see what's going on with your car.
Alright, let's measure the fluid one more time. Okay. So, we are looking good. It should be between these two teeth, and it's about right there where my paper towel is. Yeah, a little drop over, but nothing too serious. So, I'd call this mission accomplished. Well, one more thing about you guys checking the level on here. Make sure that the vehicle is level. I forgot to mention this earlier. Don't check it when it's jacked up. If you gotta check it, jack it back down, check it, and then jack it back up. I'll put a little picture in the description too, or in the video, of the actual dipstick where it says cool and hot and the levels it should be at there. And for those who are wondering too, I want to show you something real quick before we go. On the dipstick, it says, wait for it to focus, no need to replace automatic transmission fluid under normal driving conditions. Please ignore that. I don't want to give anyone the wrong advice. If you've never done it and you have like 100,000 miles, there are some people who say it'll kill your transmission. There are some people who say, oh, well, clean fluid can't hurt anything. That's way out of my expertise. I'd probably consult with an expert at a transmission shop or someone at your dealer and ask them how to take it from there if you're experiencing harsh shifting or whatever may be with your transmission. But please comment on how I did, and if anyone has any suggestions, please feel free to comment as well. One more thing too, with the old oil transmission fluid, please dispose of it properly. Don't just throw it in your yard or down the sink. I know a lot of the auto stores, they recycle it for free, so please take advantage of that. And thanks for watching.
Some may ask about the transmission filter in this car. This car does have a transmission filter. However, it doesn't need to be serviced as like the transmission fluid does. If you change your fluid often enough, you'll be fine. I've changed the transmission filter at 100,000 miles, and it was in mint condition on this car. It's actually more of a strainer than a filter. But if you're feeling motivated to drop the transmission pan, go for it. I think the filter was about $25 from the Toyota dealer. And if you don't want to change it, that's fine. Just change your fluid more often. And before I go, I would like to put out a big thanks to EricTheCarGuy and his YouTube channel. I'll post the link on the description. He has taught me a lot, and I encourage you to go over to his channel and watch a lot of the videos he has. You can probably learn a lot more from him than you can from me. So thanks a lot for watching, and have a great day.